uh, 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 uh. And then Scout said, "That's right, Bob Goblin, Wally Strowman, Normal Strowman, and Libby Light Sprite, and just like that when Scout says, and Libby Light Sprite, I have Rarity Tiara now, where Bob Goblin says, see what I mean? This Scout says, yes, and since I have the tiara, I want to be Mighty Queen of the Forest, where Wally says, sorry, Scout, but this forest doesn't need a queen, where Libby says, and you're being a naughty cat, Scout, then Scout says, so what, Light Sprite? So you're trying to stop me from getting to that tiara, huh? And then they said, yes, where Scout says, no, I am not giving back the tiara. This Scout, and you have to catch me first. And just like that when Scout says, you have to catch me first. Then Scout said, oh, and one thing. Then Scout said, grab an umbrella, it's ice time, or not. Then Bob Goblin says, you know, look out. Then Bob Goblin says, see, her spammates got their powers too to stop us. Then Wally says, oh no, we gotta stop Scout and all her spammates' superpowers. Come on. And then Libby says, follow that cat. Then Scout said, oh no, they're chasing us. Then Scout said, Fuchsia, louder, grab that tree from the ground. And then Libby says, oh no, they got that tree out of the ground. Where Bob Goblin says, don't worry, I'll help Wally Strowman. And then Wally says, oh no, they're down here on that cliff. Where Wally says, well, we can't go down a cliff, but we could go down with. Then Bob Goblin says, like a zip line? Then Wally says, zip line. Then Wally says, zip line, zip line. What word is that? Then Wally says, yeah, zip line. It starts with the letter Z and the Z sound. It's a magic word. Twice. So let's make a zip line. Then Bob Goblin says, how does this work? Then Wally says, you'll see. Hang on. Then Bob Goblin says, here we go. And then Wally says, pretty fun, huh? Then Bob Goblin says, there they are. Then Scout said, oh no, illusions, they're chasing us. And